Hey, so today I'm going to talk about the books that I read in January, and I read 10. 10 books, you guys. I'm so happy about it. So happy. I'm back on my reading thing where you're reading and stuff. Because last year, I had such a good start of last year, but then I had the biggest reading slump ever, and then after that I kind of still wasn't reading as much. I was reading like 1 or 2 or 3 books a month, and it was just not great. I still read my 50 books last year. I read 51, but I don't know, I just was like, I'm reading 3 books a month, which is fine, but I wanted to read more. And then January of 2015 comes, and here we are, with 10 books. I did read some graphic novels and novellas, but you know, Goodreads counts as a book, so do I. The first book I read is this book. This is Krampus by Bram, who is one of my favorite authors because he wrote my favorite book ever, The Child Thief. If you have not read it, if you've not heard me talk about it, I don't know how, but because I talk about it all the time. But yeah, so this was awesome. Go read The Child Thief. Didn't finish that tangent, going back to finish it. Go read The Child Thief. Back to this. This is Krampus. I didn't like as much as The Child Thief, but it's still amazing. Very well written. Lots of awesome pictures inside. It's about Christmas and Yuletide, and Santa Claus is in this book, but he's kind of the bad character, and Krampus is sort of the, main character of the story. But yeah, it's really interesting. Another picture of Krampus, and just really awesome. I really love his characters, the depth, and they're both good and bad, and they're very interesting. The storylines and the way that the fairy tales play into the story, it's awesome. I read this book with Molly from Magical Molly. Go check her out. I will leave her channel in the description box below. She's awesome, and she was so patient with me when I was taking forever to read this book. But yeah, awesome book, definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend The Child Thief. This is The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, and it's illustrated by Chris Riddle. This is another fairy tale retelling about Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. It's a limited color palette graphic novel sort of book, and it has black, white, and gold. It's very beautiful. The story is awesome. I'm going to be doing a review of this really soon, and I think I gave it 4 out of 5, but yeah. Check back for the review where I will talk about more stuff. Also, can we talk about this phone case? Not this phone, everyone has this phone. I love this case so much, and I feel like I haven't shown this to you. I had a different glitter case before, but this is a new one. It's gold and blue, and it's so pretty. This is Saga Volume 4. I love all the Saga books so much. They're amazing graphic novel series. It's about 2 soldiers who are on opposite sides of a galactical battle that's been going on for a really long time, and they fall in love, they have a child, and it's about their family and their family developing, and in this crazy world where there's war and stuff. It's so diverse, so interesting, characters are so funny, and so is the writing as well. And it's just so well put together, and the illustrations are amazing. This one was so amazing as well. I gave it 5 out of 5 as I did for all the volumes. So these are all the physical books that I read. And then I proceeded to read all the rest of the books on apps and e-books. That is my pile of books that I was supposed to read. That was my last TBR, but I just kind of left it there. It's pretty. Left it there. The first book that I read is Unwind, and then I read Unstrung, which is the novella, and then I read Unholy, all by Neil Shusterman, all in the Unwind series. It's set in a world where you can't have an abortion, you can't abort your child, but between the ages of 13 and 18 you can decide to unwind your child. So it's basically you give your child to the government, and they will cut up your child into separate pieces and send those pieces to those who need it. Send the liver to this person who needs it, send the skin to this person who needs it, and every single part of your body has a use and can be saved and used for someone else who needs it. So they don't really think of it as death, because every part of you is still alive, living in someone else, so it's a different kind of life. It's really well done, really, you wouldn't think that it could be reasonable, or there could be a world that this could be acceptable, but there could be, and it's this world. Yeah, it was really well done and really interesting as well to just think about all that. There's a lot of the value of life and the value of decisions and sort of all that kind of discussion that happens in the book, and it's very seamlessly and very well done, I think. And I just really like the book. Full of action, really interesting characters as well. The narrating style, and also just the way, the writing, wasn't my favorite thing, which is why I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. I think I gave every single thing, Unwind, Unstrung, and Unholy, 4 out of 5. I think I had high expectations, and also the writing didn't work for me very well, but I did really enjoy it, as you know, I still really enjoyed it, and it was very action-packed and very fun to read and also very interesting, which is all important. The novella was interesting, however I don't feel like it was like necessary, really. And I think I'm gonna do like a full series review when I finish all the rest of the books. The next book that I read is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I got it from NetGalley, so thank you to NetGalley. It comes out on the 10th of February, and I will be posting a review on the 9th of February. I gave it 2.5 out of 5. Did I? I think I did. I gave it 2.5 out of 5. It's set in a world where you have Silverblood. Silverbloods are elite, better, might have powers like X-Men style powers, or you have red blood, poor people, commoners, oppressed by the government. We have a girl coming from the red blood. She has red blood, obviously, and she turns out to be super special, and follow her story, and stuff happens. It was really predictable, really cliched. It was interesting and I liked the world, but everything else, a lot of things that annoyed me. So look forward to the review, and I will be talking more about basically the things I didn't like about the book. The next books that I read are The Assassin Study and Power Study, which are the 2 novellas in the Poison Study series, which I didn't know existed until I looked them up and I decided to read them. And yeah, Assassin Study, it's a mini adventure through the perspective of Valak. Why did I say Valak? It's a mini adventure through the perspective of Valak, one of the main characters from Poison Study. I gave it 4 out of 5, and yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't really, like, it didn't give me anything new. And then also Power Study was through the perspective of Janko and Ari from Poison Study, who I love. And again, it was fun, but it didn't really give me anything. Well, it did sort of give me something new, but it still felt a little bit like, I don't know, like nothing important is being revealed. I gave Power Study 3.5 out of 5 and Assassin Study 4 out of 5. I read the novellas because another book in the trilogy, which is now not a trilogy, it's a 6-book series, the next book, the 4th book, is coming out this month, and I read it, and it is Shadow Study, and it's kind of what happens after Fire Study, the 3rd book in the Poison Study series. I feel like if you haven't read Poison Study, you're super confused by me right now, but yeah. So there's Poison Study, the 1st book, which is amazing. It is 5 out of 5. Then Magic Study, then Fire Study. Magic Study and Fire Study were okay. Still really good. I think I gave them both 4 out of 5, but they weren't as good as Poison Study. And now there's going to be like an additional 3 books added on, and the 1st book of those 3 is Shadow Study, and I got to read it, and it was awesome. I got it to read it by NetGalley. I gave it 4 out of 5, and I read it last night, or this morning. I finished it this morning, and it was amazing. So much fun to read. I couldn't figure out the mystery, and there were so many different things that are happening, and the way that it ended, I am excited for the next book. I was worried that it was gonna like continue to decline and not be like get further away from the amazingness that was Poison Study, but it actually is like getting better, so I feel like we're going up again, and hopefully we can get closer to Poison Study and the amazingness that was. But yeah, those are all the books that I read in January. I had an amazing reading month, and I'm excited for the next month, for February. I am making 20 videos this month. I will be making a video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every weekday of February, so that's 20 days, and I am scared / excited. So you will see me tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But yeah, I'm turning 3 in February, on the 10th of February, and oh my gosh, I've been on BookTube for 3 years. It's crazy, and I'm excited, and I have a lot of videos planned. Bookshelf tour is coming, so you're gonna get to see that in more detail. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.